Hey YouTube, this is Archangel for Truth, and today I'm talking to you about the Ninth Amendment. So strap yourself in and get ready for the ride. I've got for you a recording of a Supreme Justice Neil Gorsuch and the Senator talking about the Ninth and how they affect you. So listen in.
The enumeration in the Constitution of certain rights shall not be construed to deny or disparage others retained by the people. What does that mean?
Well, Senator, I think it means what it says. The Ninth Amendment's not been much interpreted by the Supreme Court. There are different views about its effect and its meaning. And I don't doubt that there'll be cases and controversies in which I would, if confirmed, and maybe even if I'm not, asked to construe the meaning of that. It's one of those amendments that hasn't had a lot of judicial attention. We've talked about some others.
There's a publication in 1950 I read called The Forgotten Ninth Amendment.
Right.
Well, that's 60 years ago. It was forgotten then.
Senator Lee's written a book that includes some discussion of this as well.
Judge Bork referred to it one time as an ink blot, seemingly implying that it could just be ignored. Is there any precedent that we need to know about to understand the Ninth Amendment as it comes down through the court?
There are amendments that have been less interpreted and more interpreted. The Ninth Amendment is one of those that has been less interpreted, Senator.
What's the best way to understand how the Constitution divides power between the federal government, the states, and the people? And in particular, how do we know whether or not some power that has not been specifically enumerated and given to the federal government, since the people give the government power, the government doesn't give us rights, the people gave the federal government certain enumerated powers. If it's not enumerated, how do we know if it belongs to the states or to the people?
Senator, we've talked a lot about federalism in this last few days. The people in this country are sovereign. As Lincoln said, it's a government by the people, for the people.
So there you heard it, folks. The people are sovereign. So the reason why I chose to discuss the Ninth Amendment is because it's perhaps by far the most important amendment. And here's why. Because it covers so many things that aren't listed within the Constitution. And so what the Ninth Amendment is actually showing is something that is not understood by many individuals. But it's actually addressing those inalienable natural rights that we all have. By the fact that these rights are unenumerated, not listed by the Constitution, only establishes the fact that the Constitution does not give you your rights. The Constitution only lists some of the rights that you have. So, understanding this, the important question that everyone should ask is, just where do your rights come from? Do they come from a loving creator that endowed your humanity with certain qualities, and within these qualities included inalienable rights? Do you simply believe that you just popped into existence and that through natural sources that your rights are just part of your humanity? Or Are you under the illusion that your rights are only those listed by the Constitution? Well, if you're of the latter, you would be very much mistaken. Because how can you have rights that are not listed by the Constitution and still have rights? As is clear, within the Ninth Amendment, the Ninth clearly demonstrates we have unenumerated rights, and that these rights shall not be denied or disparaged by the government. This is important because there are many individuals out there that seek to limit how many rights you have. They don't want you to have certain rights because in order for them to be able to profit off of your being limited to their blessings of you being able to be free and have the right to do certain things, they choose to demand you pay a fee or require that you get some sort of license to do something that is already your right to do. And so it really is important for you to understand you have the right. You have the right to no longer even to be part of their governmental system, if that is what you so choose. Your rights are not given to you by the government, and your rights existed long before the Constitution was ever written. So, one of the questions that I get often is, do you have a right to drive? And I have dealt with this in addressing it from a Ninth Amendment unenumerated right. So people will deny and say, "Oh no, you can't have that right." That's absurd. The Constitution doesn't say it. Well, guess what? If the Constitution doesn't give me my rights, if the government doesn't give me my rights, but my rights are inherent as in my humanity and endowed from a loving creator, then you really don't have anything to say against my having that right. And you're having that right. Now, I want to make clear, that being said, I believe that it's important to have a common sense approach to rights. So, despite the fact we do have unenumerated rights, I believe that these rights need to have certain safety protocols. And within those safety protocols, expectations of how you use your rights. So I would say, for example, you would never be able to use a right to harm somebody else. That would go contrary to their rights. But even with safety requirements, that does not prevent you from having those rights. And so, although, for example, the state has certain abilities to regulate certain rights, that doesn't mean that they can deny or disparage these rights, even the right to drive. So, with that, I just wanted to clarify some misunderstanding that certain individuals do have about the Ninth Amendment and about your right to drive and where rights come from. Because once you understand these concepts, you realize the truth. You are created with abilities inherent to your humanity, and you have been given a freedom to do, to say, and no government has the right to take those away from you. So with that, please like and share this video. I appreciate it when you do. And God bless you, and take care.